You know, I thought about this once because somebody asked, when Marty and I co-chaired the United Way, you know, where do you think this all came from? And I'd have to say it was my mother. And I think everybody else says, you know, I thank God or I thank my mother. But it was my mom. And she was one of 8 children, 7 girls and 1 boy. 5 of the girls were teachers. All of them taught in the New York public school system. And they taught in varying neighborhoods. They taught in the poorer neighborhoods, and you know, in those days you didn't want to teach in Red Hook, Brooklyn, which now has become a social capital. Everybody wants to go there for dinner, but you wouldn't walk through that neighborhood as a kid because it was sort of, it was controlled by the mob and things like that, which was sort of fascinating. So I had these really interesting group of women in my life who were very forward-thinking about you know, social change and people. And I think we grew up Catholic, and in our local parish we had a convent with these lovely nuns, and my mother would be the chauffeur. She would drive them to the doctors, or she'd drive them. So she was always sort of doing really extra nice kinds of things, and she got such pleasure out of it, and she never seemed to think of it as, you know, sort of a burden. She didn't do it because it was the church. She did it really because she thought it was a nice thing to do. And we used to pick up people on the street because they had too many packages in their hands, and